Hi, this is Jackson with Northern Toboggan at snowshoe.com. Today we're going to talk about the leather binding, and we're going to go through the steps to installing it onto a snowshoe. The leather binding has really become my favorite. It's one of our most popular bindings. It's made by our friends at Lobo Leather out of a real high grade leather. There's really no stretch that happens. You really have a lot of control over the snowshoe with these bindings, so I highly recommend them. And a lot of people ask, for a tutorial on how to install, so we're going to go through the steps now. So you can see that this snowshoe binding has been installed on this snowshoe, and we have a loop on either side, and the loop goes through this opening that happens in between these uprights and the main beam on both sides. That creates a nice space for this particular snowshoe. It's a medium Ojibwe. It can be installed through these openings that are a little bit closer together. It kind of depends on the style of snowshoe and how wide the snowshoe is. So let's go through those steps. Okay, when you receive the snowshoes, they're going to be fully assembled. So we're going to start by taking this strap out of the part that goes over your toe. So we take it out of the buckle. We're going to remove it out of this first hole, out of the loop that attaches the heel strap, out of the next hole, and the third one. So we're going to leave it already installed to the first hole and through this first loop. So we're going to set this on the binding. We can start by entering the strap underneath that opening that we looked at earlier. And it's going to come back through the top. We're going to get kind of an initial fitting here. It goes around and then it goes up through this first hole. So now I'm going to put my foot in here. I'm just going to get an initial fitting. We're going to go through this hole, and then this is going to go down through the gap here and up through that hole. Again, we're going to get it pre-fit here. Now we've got to go through this loop again. So that's attached. Now the heel strap is attached on both sides. Now we'll come up through here and through the last hole. And that's really all there is to it. You can always make adjustments later on, but we'll just kind of continue to get this fit onto my foot, unbuckled, and then we can take this heel strap off. There's the buckle, that goes around and through. So now we have both bindings attached to the snowshoes. And one thing I want to point out is, as these bindings are attached, you can see that the buckle is on the opposite side of each shoe. That kind of creates a left and a right, simply because I like to have the buckle on the outside of the shoe. Otherwise, the shoes themselves don't really have a left or a right. It's just the binding kind of makes them oriented that way. So there we have it. That's the leather binding installed on a pair of snowshoes. Thanks for watching.